title for this message, and it was called "The Master Chef is Shaking Things Up." The Master Chef is shaking things up. And as he was giving this to me, I looked at, the time that we were in, it's about to be, Thanksgiving. And when I began to look at this passage, what is a familiar passage, as a matter of fact, let's go into it right now. King James Version, Psalms 23, verse 5. And we can read that collectively together. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Thou hast preparest a table before me. Thou hast preparest a table before me. That is to go before someone. That is to lay down foundation before that person, right? That's to make clear a path for that individual. He is making a path before us. The table in this passage is representing foundation from God. It's foundation. He's getting ready. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking about, my grandmother and when she's cooked Thanksgiving meals, and how your mother or your aunt, or whoever family members cooked Thanksgiving meals, how they would go and buy raw materials. They'll get the chicken, they'll get the collard greens, the mashed potatoes, all those good things. And I remember looking at my mother as she cooked, and I'd be like, yo, what is this lady going to do with all this food? Like because I didn't have the recognition to think about, like, how is she going to prepare this? And all the hard work that she had to do to go into this meal, right? So as I seen her grab the turkey, she guts the turkey. She takes the turkey out with her hands. She get the inner workings of the turkey. She digs it out with her hands. She peels the potatoes. All this work, all this preparation that goes into this to lay out the table, right? To lay out the table, to make it look wonderful. And when you see the finished product, you're like, whoa, this Thanksgiving meal is something else. But it's the same thing God does with us. It's the same thing God does with us. He snatches us out the fire, right? He snatches us out from dark places. And I heard you, Pastor Perry, very clearly when you said push, go a little deeper. And that's what he's talking to us right now. Go a little deeper. Go a little deeper. So he prepares a table before us in the presence of our enemies. He is allowing things to play out in front of all those the naysayers or all those people that doubt us, right? To say he will never be nothing. Now let me make a quick disclaimer here. This is not for no scholars. So if you're looking for that, I'm not doing that. This is not for scholars. This is for people that are hungry for God. These are for the people that are misfits, looked over, left out, shunned. That's what this is for. So as he prepared the table, as he takes those things that we are ashamed of and make it work and work it out for his glory, our enemies see this, or people that don't like us sees this and be like, what must I do to be saved? What must I do to be healed, delivered, and set free? Because I'm focused on this person, and this person looked a lot different than what I thought they were before. And so God takes us, prepares us, shapes and molds us. And I remember when I was in my mid-20s, I was like 25, and I heard this audibly, and God said, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. And I heard it audibly, and I was frightened. It woke me up, and I kind of stepped back. And I was like, God, what are you saying? But then I began to see the things that I was going through in my life. I began to see where I was drinking. I was lusting. I was watching pornography. I was doing all these things that was hurting God's feeling. I was doing things that was hurting his heart. Because many of us don't think that God feels. He's the one that gave us emotions. He's the one that made us be able to feel. So he feels as well. And I didn't realize that I was hurting God. I didn't realize I was hurting him for the purpose that he had in my life. But he works it all out for our good when we begin to get the mindset that we love him. So then it says later, it says, he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemy. He anointeth my head with oil. After he prepares the foundation, after he snatches you out, after he rips the filth off of you, now he wants to fertilize your mind. Now he wants to help you grow. So he anoints my head with oil. He anoints my head with wisdom and understanding. He wants me to grow. Then the latter part. My cup runneth over. This is the overflow. Not in the sense of financial gain. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that type of overflow. I'm talking about the overflow of God. Wisdom, understanding, patience, love, kindness. This is the overflow that men look to see, and they see how God is blessing you. They see what you went through. They see what you went through. They see the patience. They see how God is working in your life, and they're experiencing how you're living in the overflow. They want some of that. They want some of that. And so when your family members see you living in the overflow, they say, man, you different. You're different. I got my cousin that's in the back. He knows where I came from. He knows where I came from. He seen me in bars. He seen me drunk, jab stepping all the way home. He seen me. But now he see there's something different about him. And that's no credit towards me. That's to God. To God be the glory. To God be the honor and the praise. And this is what God was showing me.